Most people believe wealth is just about money. They think if they work hard enough, save enough, and invest wisely, they'll achieve financial success. But wealth, real wealth, is so much more than numbers in a bank account. It's about power, control, freedom. It's about mastering your mind as much as your money. It's about discipline, patience, and strategy, not just in finance, but in every aspect of life. The weak chase money, the strong build empires. The difference: mindset, knowledge, execution. This is not just a financial lesson. It's a guide to dominating the game of life. Each lesson will push you to think differently, to move differently, to see wealth not as something you chase, but something you command. Because in the end, success doesn't belong to those who want it the most. It belongs to those who understand how to take it. Let's begin. Lesson 1. The foundation of wealth. Mastering your mindset. The mind is the architect of your reality. Wealth isn't built in a bank account. It's built in your mind. Before a single dollar enters your pocket, before a single investment is made, before a single risk is taken, you must first dominate the battlefield within. Because if you cannot control your emotions, your impulses, your fears, then you will never control your wealth. Look around you. The world is filled with people chasing money like rabid animals, driven by greed, fear, and desperation. And yet, how many of them ever truly succeed? How many of them ever escape the cycle of grinding, spending, and losing? The answer is simple: very few. And the reason? They never mastered the foundation. They never learned to control themselves. The enemy is within. Your biggest enemy isn't the economy. It isn't inflation. It isn't the stock market, your boss, or some mysterious elite controlling the world's wealth. Your biggest enemy is you. It's your impatience that makes you chase get-rich-quick schemes. It's your greed that makes you overpay for things you don't need. It's your lack of discipline that makes you waste your earnings on fleeting pleasures. And worst of all, it's your fear that keeps you from taking the steps necessary to escape. Every day, your mind is at war. Every decision, every temptation, every impulse is another battle. And if you allow yourself to act on emotion, if you allow your short-term desires to dictate your actions, then you will remain exactly where you are, chained to a life you despise. But if you train your mind, if you control your emotions, if you master patience and discipline, then the world will have no choice but to bow before you. How to master the mind for financial success. You want wealth? Then start acting like someone who deserves it. 1. Control your reactions. Emotional discipline. When the market crashes, most people panic. They sell at the worst possible time, driven by fear. You stay calm. You wait. You think. Because you understand that emotions are the enemy of profit. In life, when others lash out, get angry, or make impulsive decisions, you remain steady. You do not let external forces dictate your inner world. You respond with logic, not emotion. 2. Play the long game, the power of compounding. A fool seeks instant gratification. A master understands that true power is built over time. Every dollar saved, every hour of learning, every disciplined decision is a brick in the empire you are building. Most people chase quick money and lose everything. You build patiently, knowing that small actions compound into unstoppable momentum. In your daily life, you don't seek cheap thrills. You invest in yourself. You read, you learn, you grow. You plant seeds today that will bear fruit for decades. 3. Seek knowledge relentlessly. Stay educated. The ignorant man is a slave to those who are informed. If you do not understand money, you will always be at the mercy of those who do. If you do not understand how investments work, you will always be gambling instead of playing the game with skill. Every day, You should be consuming knowledge. Books, podcasts, analysis. Every ounce of wisdom you absorb sharpens your mind, making you more prepared than the weak-willed masses who rely on luck instead of understanding. Dominate or be dominated. At the end of the day, the choice is simple. You either control your mind, or your mind controls you. You either master your emotions, or your emotions will destroy you. You either build with patience, or chase illusions that will leave you empty. The world does not care about your excuses. The market does not care about your feelings. Success belongs to those who command themselves. Master your mind. Control your actions. Build with intention. Or be just another lost soul drowning in mediocrity. The choice is yours. Lesson 2. The art of strategic investing. Understanding risk versus reward. The price of ignorance is failure. Every time you make a financial decision, you are gambling with your future. Most people play blind, throwing their money into whatever seems promising, whatever feels exciting, whatever everyone else is doing, and then they wonder why they end up with nothing. We are surrounded by fools who think money is about luck, who buy into hype, who invest in trends they don't understand, who chase quick wins without ever considering the price of failure. But you are not here to be like them. You are here to control the game, to make strategic moves, to understand that every financial decision is a calculated risk. And the difference between the winners and the losers is knowing when to strike and when to walk away. The illusion of easy money. The masses want shortcuts. They want to time the market. They want to believe there's some secret trick to wealth that allows them to bypass discipline, patience, and strategy. They see stocks rise, and they jump in blindly, thinking they found the golden ticket. But when it crashes, when the hype dies, they panic. They sell at the bottom. They lose. Why? Because they never understood the game to begin with. The truth is this: risk and reward are inseparable. The higher the potential reward, the greater the danger. Market timing is a fool's game. No one knows exactly when a crash will come or when prices will peak. Only those who focus on fundamentals survive. The ones who win in the long run are those who invest in things with real value, not hype, not speculation, not fleeting excitement. How to invest like a predator, not prey. If you want to win, you must learn to think like a hunter. 1. Never let emotions control your investments. Master the risk. Fear and greed kill more dreams than failure ever could. You must detach from the emotional highs and lows of the market. When others are panicking, you remain calm. When others are greedy, you become cautious. In everyday life, this means practicing emotional detachment in everything you do. Whether it's in business, investing, or personal relationships, logic must always override emotion. 2. Play the long game. Ignore the noise. The media thrives on hysteria. Every day they scream about crashes, bubbles, the next big thing, and most people fall for it. But the truth? None of it matters to the long-term strategist. The real winners aren't glued to the headlines. They're focused on what actually matters: the underlying value of their investments, the financial health of companies, and long-term stability. In your daily life, apply this by tuning out distractions and staying focused on your path. Stop chasing the latest trends and start building something real. 3. Understand the risk before you take the leap. Every financial move you make should be based on a simple equation. Is the potential reward worth the risk I'm taking? If the answer is no, walk away. If the answer is yes, commit fully, but be prepared to weather the storm. A true investor understands downside protection. You don't just focus on what you can gain. You prepare for what could go wrong and ensure you can survive the worst-case scenario. This applies to every aspect of life. In business, in career choices, In relationships, always ask yourself, what is the downside? And if you can't handle it, you're in the wrong game. The price of victory. Nothing in this world is free. Every dollar you earn, every opportunity you seize, comes at a price. The question is, are you willing to pay it? The price of long-term wealth is discipline. It's patience. It's studying when others are partying. It's making strategic decisions while others chase illusions. You can either control your financial destiny or be another casualty of the system, another fool who lost it all because they never learned how to think. Master risk, understand reward, play the long game, or step aside and watch as those who do leave you behind. Lesson 3. Defensive versus enterprising. Choosing your financial path. You are either the hunter or the hunted. Every man and woman on this earth falls into one of two categories. The defensive, the ones who build shields, who protect what they have, who move cautiously, and never take unnecessary risks. The enterprising, the ones who see opportunity where others see danger. The ones who are willing to step into the unknown, to take calculated risks, to strike when the moment is right. Both paths can lead to wealth. But the problem? Most people don't even know which path they are on. They move through life blind, making financial decisions based on emotion instead of strategy, shifting between reckless gambles and paralyzing fear. And that is why they fail. Because success, true, unshakable financial success, requires knowing exactly who you are and building a strategy that plays to your strengths. The defensive investor, the master of protection. The defensive investor does not chase risk. They do not gamble. They do not get caught up in hype or speculation. Instead, they focus on survival. They build their wealth slowly, methodically, ensuring that no single mistake can wipe them out. How to think like a defensive investor. Prioritize stability over excitement. Defensive investors don't chase the hottest new trends. They invest in solid, proven assets, index funds, blue-chip stocks, bonds, real estate, things that will still exist decades from now. They do not fall for market hysteria. Diversify relentlessly. Never put all your wealth into one place. Stocks, bonds, real estate, cash reserves. Spread your risk so no single failure can take you down. In life, apply this by ensuring your skills, income sources, and relationships are not tied to a single point of failure. Automate success. A defensive investor does not make emotional financial decisions. They set up systems that run automatically. Monthly investments, emergency funds, passive income streams. They don't react to the market. They move independently of it. The enterprising investor, the master of growth. While the defensive investor builds a fortress, the enterprising investor builds an empire. They understand that real wealth is created through action, not just protection. They take risks, but not foolish ones. They calculate, prepare, and strike with precision. How to think like an enterprising investor. Seek undervalued opportunities. While others chase hype, the enterprising investor looks where no one else is looking. They find businesses before they explode. They buy stocks when they are underappreciated. They are hunters, not followers. Build multiple streams of income. They do not rely on a single job or a single investment. They create opportunities, businesses, rental properties, dividend stocks, side hustles. They understand that wealth is not earned. It is built. Take calculated risks. They do not gamble, but they do risk strategically. Every move they make is backed by research, logic, and preparation. They do not fear failure because they design their moves, so they cannot lose everything. Which path is right for you? There is no right or wrong answer. Both paths lead to financial success. But you must know yourself before you can choose. If you want security and stability, build your defenses. If you want growth and opportunity, play the offensive game. If you want to dominate, master both. The fatal mistake: walking blindly between the two. The greatest mistake is trying to switch between both paths without a plan. The fool saves like a defensive investor, but spends like an enterprising investor. They are cautious when they should take risks, and reckless when they should be cautious. They lose everything because they never chose a side. Decide, commit, execute. You are either the builder of a fortress or the builder of an empire. Choose wisely. Lesson 4. The hidden cost of overpaying. Avoiding financial traps. The illusion of value. Most people think they're making smart financial decisions. They see a high price tag and assume it means quality. They see a stock going up and assume it will keep rising. They see an opportunity and assume they have to jump on it before it's too late. But the harsh reality? Most of them are overpaying. For everything. And they don't even realize it. Overpaying is one of the silent killers of financial growth. It's not just about paying too much for a stock or a house. It's about overpaying for lifestyle, status, and the illusion of progress. The rich don't get rich by throwing money away. They don't chase trends. They don't buy something just because it's expensive. They understand this. Price is what you pay. Value is what you get. If you don't learn to recognize the difference, you will bleed money for the rest of your life. The high price of impulsiveness. Most financial mistakes come from a lack of patience. People rush into investments because they fear missing out. They overpay for homes, stocks, businesses, and cars because they don't wait for the right moment. They fall for marketing traps, believing the next big thing is worth any price. And when reality hits, when the market crashes, when the hype fades, when they realize they could have gotten the same thing for half the price, it's already too late. Every dollar wasted on an inflated price is a dollar that could have been building wealth. The art of paying the right price. 1. The margin of safety. Protect yourself from stupidity. A smart investor never assumes things will go perfectly. They prepare for the worst. If you buy a stock, a house, or a business, you never buy at full price. You look for deals, for underappreciated value, for assets that are priced below what they're worth. In life, this means never paying for hype. If something is being sold as exclusive, limited time, or must-have, it's usually a scam. 2. Timing is everything. The power of patience. The world conditions you to believe you must act now. But those who win understand that patience is a weapon. Wait for downturns. Wait for moments of panic when assets are undervalued. Wait until the numbers make sense. In life, patience applies to everything, from major purchases to career decisions. The right opportunity at the wrong price is the wrong opportunity. 3. Stop buying status. Recognize real value. Most people buy things to impress others. They overpay for brands, luxuries, and symbols of success that mean nothing. The wealthy don't waste money proving they're rich. They buy things that make them richer. In life, this means avoiding the trap of materialism. Stop measuring success by how much you spend. Measure it by how much power your money gives you. The cost of ignorance. The difference between those who win and those who lose isn't just how much they make. It's how much they keep. If you're constantly overpaying, constantly chasing trends, constantly rushing into things because of fear or ego, you will always be struggling, no matter how much you earn. But if you learn to recognize real value, if you master patience, strategy, and discipline, your money will start working for you, not against you. Stop overpaying. Stop bleeding money. Stop being fooled by price tags and hype, because the price of ignorance is far greater than the price of patience. Lesson 5. The Mr. Market Analogy. Mastering the Psychology of Wealth. The market is a madman. Imagine you have a business partner named Mr. Market. Every single day, he comes to you with an offer. Sometimes he's excited, optimistic, offering to buy your investments at sky-high prices. Other days, he's fearful, desperate, offering to sell you his shares for next to nothing. Mr. Market has no logic, no patience, no discipline. He is a slave to emotion. And yet most people listen to him. They buy when he's excited. They sell when he's panicking. They follow his mood swings like mindless cattle, letting his irrationality dictate their financial future. And that's why most people fail. Because they don't realize that Mr. Market is not their master. He is their opportunity. How the market manipulates the weak. The financial system is built on emotion, fear and greed, hype and despair. And if you don't understand this, you will be played like a puppet. Hype makes you buy at the top. When the media is screaming about a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, when stocks are soaring, when everyone around you is making money, that's when most people jump in. And that's usually when it's too late. Fear makes you sell at the bottom. When markets crash, when prices plummet, when everyone is running for the exits, that's when most people panic and sell everything. And that's exactly when they should be buying. Most people ride the emotional waves of the market. They get excited at the peak and terrified at the bottom. But the ones who win, they stand still while everyone else is running. How to outsmart Mr. Market. 1. See panic as an opportunity. When others are afraid, when prices are crashing, when everything seems uncertain, that is when fortunes are made. If you can control your emotions, if you can think clearly when others are in chaos, you will see opportunities that others miss. In life, this applies beyond investing. Most people panic in uncertainty about their careers, their relationships, their future. The strongest take advantage of it. 2. Never follow the crowd. If something is popular, if everyone is talking about it, if it feels too easy, you're probably late. The best opportunities are found in silence, before the masses catch on. In life, this means leading, not following. The ones who stand out, who take control of their decisions instead of chasing trends, are the ones who build real wealth. 3. Make decisions based on value, not emotion. Before you buy anything, whether it's a stock, a business, or even a major life decision, ask yourself, is this a good deal, or am I just caught up in emotion? The price of something doesn't determine its worth. The underlying value does. In life, this means making decisions based on facts, not feelings. Every smart move you make should be calculated, logical, and backed by reason. Master the game, or be played by it. Mr. Market will always be there. He will scream for your attention. He will tempt you with easy money. He will try to manipulate your emotions. But if you can control your own mind, if you can separate logic from impulse, then Mr. Market will no longer be your enemy. He will be your greatest asset. Do not follow the crowd. Do not chase the noise. Learn to stay calm when others are afraid, and patient when others are greedy. Because in the end, the game is not won by those who move the fastest. It is won by those who think the clearest. Lesson 6. The role of bonds and stability. The balance between risk and security. The illusion of endless growth. Everyone wants fast money. They want their investments to double overnight. They want to ride the next big trend, the hottest stock, the crypto explosion that turns them into an overnight success. But what happens when the market crashes? What happens when the economy turns? When the hype dies? When the once promising investment wipes out everything? Most people never think that far ahead. They assume the good times will last forever. They assume risk doesn't apply to them. And that is why they lose everything. Because wealth isn't just about growth, it's about protection. Why stability is the silent weapon of the wealthy. The greatest investors don't just think about how much they can make. They think about how much they can lose, and how to ensure they never lose more than they can handle. This is where bonds, diversification, and financial stability come in. Bonds act as a shield. While stocks offer growth, bonds offer security. They may not provide the explosive returns of high-risk investments, but they are there when the market collapses. A balanced portfolio survives all storms. The best investors don't put everything into stocks or risky assets. They structure their portfolios so that even when the world is falling apart, they remain standing. Security gives you power. When you have stable assets, you are never forced to sell at the worst time. You can wait. You can strategize. You can strike when the time is right. How to build stability without sacrificing growth. 1. The 80-20 rule. Find your risk tolerance. If you are young, aggressive, and willing to handle volatility, you might go 80% stocks, 20% bonds. If you are nearing financial independence, you might flip that ratio, focusing more on security while still allowing for growth. In life, this means knowing when to take risks and when to protect yourself from unnecessary damage. You don't need to gamble with everything. Structure your moves strategically. 2. Always have a foundation of security. Before taking big risks, build your safety net. Have cash reserves. Own stable investments. Make sure that even if the worst happens, you are not destroyed. In life, this means never relying on one source of income, one opportunity, or one fragile plan. The smartest people always have a backup. 3. Use stability to seize opportunities. When the market crashes, most people panic. The ones with stability, they buy when prices are low and profits are high. Security allows you to move without desperation. It gives you time, power, and patience. In life, this means creating a position of strength so you are never forced into decisions out of fear. You move when you choose to move. A fortress that cannot be breached. Money is a game of strategy. If you rely on luck, if you build everything on risky bets, eventually your luck will run out. The strongest build fortresses, not just in their investments, but in their entire lives. They do not take risks they cannot afford. They do not gamble with their future. They move forward with power, with patience, with control, because true wealth is not just about growing. It's about ensuring that no matter what happens, you never fall. Lesson 7. The power of compounding. How small actions lead to massive results. The illusion of instant success. People chase overnight success like it's a lottery ticket, hoping for a sudden breakthrough that changes everything. They look at those who've made it and assume they got lucky, stumbled into wealth, or had some secret shortcut. But that's not reality. What they don't see is the hidden work, the relentless effort behind the scenes, the slow, grinding force of compounding effort that built those empires. Real success isn't an explosion. It's a slow burn that turns into an unstoppable wildfire. The power of small, consistent actions. Most people underestimate the power of time. They focus only on what they can achieve in a day, a week, or a month, never realizing that the real game is played in years. If you improve just 1% every day, over time, that growth becomes exponential. If you sharpen your skills daily, in a year, you'll be far beyond those who did nothing. If you show up every day, no matter how small the effort, it adds up to something massive. If you read 10 pages of a book per day, that's 12 books a year. If you work out for 30 minutes a day, that's over 180 hours of training a year. If you improve your craft for 1 hour a day, That's 365 hours of mastery a year. Small actions, consistently executed, lead to massive power over time. This is the secret of those who rise while others stay stagnant. They understand that small moves, done consistently, lead to unstoppable momentum. How to use compounding in your life. 1. Build habits that work without motivation. The most successful people don't rely on motivation. They rely on systems. Set a routine so that progress becomes automatic, removing the need for daily decision-making. In life, this means making success non-negotiable, turning growth into a habit, not a choice. 2. Play the long game. Resist the urge for immediate gratification. Most people give up because they don't see results fast enough. The ones who succeed, they trust the process, knowing that results come to those who keep going even when progress isn't obvious. In life, this means understanding that the rewards don't come instantly, but they are building beneath the surface. 3. Stack skills, knowledge, and wins. The most powerful people aren't just great at one thing. They stack their abilities, expanding their influence and opportunities. Mastering one skill is good. Mastering multiple skills and combining them is dangerous. In life, this means never stopping your learning, never becoming complacent, and always adding layers to your strengths. Mastery belongs to the patient. Most people never succeed because they never stick with anything long enough to let compounding work. They jump from one thing to the next, constantly restarting, never staying the course. But those who do, those who commit, who stay disciplined, who build every day without fail, they become untouchable. Because success isn't about what you do in one moment. It's about what you build, day after day, until the world has no choice but to recognize it. Lesson 8. The temptation to chase. Patience in wealth and life. The trap of desperation. Most people live their lives in a constant state of chasing. They chase money, status, recognition, always running towards something just out of reach. They believe that if they just move faster, work harder, or throw themselves into the next big thing, they'll finally get ahead. But the truth? Chasing is the fastest way to lose. The moment you start running after something blindly, whether it's financial success, business opportunities, or even personal relationships, you put yourself at a disadvantage. You are no longer in control. You are reacting, not creating. And those who chase never catch what they're after. Why chasing leads to failure? It makes you impulsive. The fear of missing out drives bad decisions. Instead of moving with strategy, you jump at whatever seems promising in the moment. It weakens your power. When you chase, you give others the advantage. You show desperation, and desperation invites exploitation. It blinds you to real opportunities. The greatest successes come to those who are patient, observant, and methodical, not those running after every passing opportunity. The strongest people, the ones who truly win, move with intention, not desperation. They don't chase. They position themselves so that opportunities come to them. How to resist the chase and take control. 1. Stop reacting. Move on your own terms. When everyone around you is in a frenzy, buying into hype, rushing into decisions, step back. Train yourself to see what others miss by refusing to be swept up in the noise. In life, this means learning when to act and when to wait. Understanding that the right move at the right time is more powerful than 100 rushed decisions. 2. Build a position of strength before you strike. The most successful people don't chase. They prepare. They build their skills, their resources, their networks. When an opportunity arises, They are already ready, while everyone else is scrambling. In life, this means always working on your foundation, so that when the right moment comes, you are in the perfect position to take advantage. 3. Learn to walk away. Power is in the ability to say no. Desperation makes you accept bad deals, bad investments, bad relationships. The ability to say, "No, this isn't right for me," is what separates those who win from those who settle. In life, this means recognizing that not every opportunity is worth your time. Sometimes, the best move is to wait for the one that truly fits. Control the game, or be controlled by it. The world rewards those who know their worth, those who don't chase, those who don't beg, those who move with certainty instead of panic. If you find yourself always running after something, stop, step back, reassess. Ask yourself, are you moving forward with purpose, or are you just running in circles? Because real success doesn't come to those who chase. It comes to those who wait, prepare, and strike with precision. Lesson 9. Building legacy. Investing beyond yourself. The difference between wealth and legacy. Most people think success is about how much they can earn, how many things they can own, how powerful they can become. They measure their worth by what they accumulate. Money, cars, homes, status. But wealth alone means nothing if it dies with you. Legacy is the difference between rich and powerful. The rich live in the moment, spending and chasing endlessly. The powerful think in decades, generations, lifetimes. The goal isn't just to make money. It's to build something that outlives you. Why legacy matters more than instant success. Money disappears. Influence lasts. The ones who truly shape the world are those who create something bigger than themselves. Short-term wins are forgotten. Long-term impact is remembered. The people who chase quick gains are replaced and forgotten. The ones who build systems, knowledge, and lasting value leave their mark forever. Selfish ambition is temporary. A greater mission makes you unstoppable. When you work only for yourself, you burn out. When you build something with a higher purpose, you become limitless. How to build a legacy that lasts. 1. Stop thinking in days. Start thinking in decades. Most people only plan for the next month, the next year. The powerful plan for the next 10, 20, 50 years. Every decision should serve a larger purpose. Where do you want to be not next year, but in the next 2 decades? In life, this means moving with patience and vision, not desperation and impulse. 2. Create something that outlives you. Wealth fades, but ideas, businesses, systems, and knowledge can last forever. If you are only working to fill your bank account, your impact ends when you stop working. If you build something bigger than yourself, it will continue long after you're gone. In life, this means focusing on building, teaching, and sharing something that will continue growing even in your absence. 3. Shift from consumer to creator. Most people consume. They buy, they take, they indulge. But the ones who leave a mark on the world, they create. If you are only focused on what you can take, you will never be remembered. In life, this means making the transition from just accumulating for yourself to creating something that serves others. What will they say about you when you're gone? At the end of it all, what will be left behind? Will you be just another person who worked, spent, and faded away? Or will you be the one who built something that will never die? Legacy is the final level of power. The moment when you realize that true success isn't about what you have, but about what you leave behind. Because those who think only of themselves are forgotten. But those who build for the future live forever. Lesson 10. The final victory. Financial freedom and life mastery. The end goal is not money, it's control. People spend their lives chasing money, thinking that once they reach a certain number, they'll be free. They believe that once they hit a financial milestone, all their problems will disappear. But freedom isn't about how much you have. It's about what you control. Money without control is a prison. There are people with millions who are still slaves to their jobs, to their expenses, to their own bad habits. True financial freedom is not about excess. It's about choice. The ability to wake up every day and decide what you do, where you go, and who you answer to. The 3 levels of financial freedom. Most people only think in terms of rich or poor, but the real game has 3 levels. Survival mode, living paycheck to paycheck, trapped by expenses and debt, constantly worried about money. This is where most people are. Financial stability, having enough to cover your needs, a cushion for emergencies, and some level of security. Many stop here, believing this is freedom, but it's not. True freedom, the ability to walk away from anything that doesn't serve you, the power to say no to anything that wastes your time, the authority to live on your own terms. This is the final victory. Not being rich for the sake of being rich, but having the ability to do what you want, when you want, without answering to anyone. How to achieve complete control over your life. 1. Cut every chain that keeps you dependent. If you rely on one paycheck, one boss, one income stream, you are not free. If your lifestyle forces you to keep working at a job you hate, you are not free. In life, freedom means eliminating anything that forces you into decisions you don't want to make. 2. Turn money into a weapon, not a crutch. Most people use money to make themselves comfortable. The powerful use it to create opportunities. Instead of spending, invest in things that give you control. Your skills, your business, your assets. In life, this means using every resource at your disposal to gain leverage over your time and decisions. 3. Never let another person own your time. The ultimate sign of weakness is being unable to walk away. If you need permission to take a break, if you are trapped by financial obligations, if you are forced to be somewhere because you have no choice, then you are still owned. In life, control means setting up your world so that you decide what you do each day, not someone else. The final test of wealth. The real measure of success is simple. If you lost everything tomorrow, how long could you still live on your own terms? If the answer is not at all, then you are still in the early stages of the game. If the answer is forever, then you have won. Because in the end, the game is not about collecting money. It is about mastering your life, controlling your world, and living without compromise. Because money alone doesn't make you free. Control does. If you've made it this far, you're not like the rest. You're not just another person drifting through life, hoping things will change. You're here because you're ready to take control of your mind, your wealth, your future. To those of you who keep coming back, who have been sharpening your mindset with every lesson, you're already ahead of the game. You see the world for what it is, and you're taking the steps to rise above it. You are the Grimface movement. And if this is your first time here, let this be your wake-up call. This is not for the weak. This is for those who refuse to accept mediocrity, who refuse to be controlled, who refuse to live on their knees. So if you're ready to go all in, if you're ready to break free from the system and start building something real, hit that like button, subscribe, and join the movement. Because the world belongs to those who have the mindset, the discipline, and the will to take it. This is Grimface. We don't follow. We conquer.